Good morning guys, how are we all doing? So this is our Bitcoin morning update, so we will go straight over to those charts. Here we go. Right, so 4 hour first as usual. So yeah, you can see we're looking generally quite bullish price action in here. Looking like we are sort of floating, drifting our way up, which is kind of what I was hoping for, what I was looking for. Yeah, we got obviously shows that we've been supported by this support again, broken out of this sort of pennant and moving upwards, even though we did have a bit of shenanigans initially. But yeah, in true Bitcoin fashion, wicking both ways, but ultimately we did start to make progress to the upside. So that's good. Obviously our stochastics will be looking better also, although 4 hour looks like it wants a little bit of a reset again. So yeah, 4 hour starting to turn down, but look like it's going to turn back up. I think if we keep moving up a little bit, if we get over 9,300, I believe this will be on its way back up again. 8 hour Stokes turning up at this level, so that's obviously good. 12 hour Stokes turning back up as well. This is what we were looking for, really. We were looking for to be able to hold up where we were whilst the 12 hour Stokes was coming down. So then the 12 hour Stokes to reset, and yeah, start going back up again, and then I think we will be in business. Yeah, obviously we had that trend line drew. We knew we were going to get through it, but on the next tick, if we held where we were basically going to start to turn around. But I mean, if you wanted to kind of adjust it a little bit, it can never be like 100% perfect. Look, you see that pretty much works, doesn't it, anyway? But so yeah, so we can see that 12 hour turning up, and obviously daily still looking nice and strong on the daily, getting way up into the bullish zone. So if we can get a move up to here in the daily, I think we'll be looking at making moves towards that 10,000 area if we get up here. 2 day turning up and moving up nicely as well. We'll actually put on the 3 day on here as well, because there's something I wanted to show you guys on the 3 day also. So let me just add that, and then let me do that, and then we will have it right there. So yeah, 3 day turning up as well. So this is obviously the higher the time frame, the better time frame, the better it is obviously for the price action. 3 day turning up, so that should give us some upwards momentum on that larger time frame. And then obviously weekly again had its tick lower. So can we try and get this to turn around at some point before getting to 8,600 or lower? I think we've got a good chance based on a lot of the other indicators. I think we've got a good chance. I mean, you can see by the weekly price action here, well, the weekly stochastic action here, this isn't really much of a move, but we've had them to the downside. Look, this moved down, and then we had a turn back up. About the same amount we've turned up down here. So yeah, if we did turn around and go back up, it'd just be similar to what we've got going on here, kind of similar to what we had going on here. So we have got history of doing it, obviously, but to the downside. So this is just the main concern. I think once this weekly does turn back up, then it's just going to be the gloves will be off, and the bulls will just start pounding those bears. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking there. We'll just have a look at, see if we've got any TDs coming up. We've actually got a nice new green 1 count on the weekly. So obviously this week has got a long way to go. A long way to go, and so you see we are flipping between the green and the red literally at the price now, because this is obviously the close just there. But yeah, so if we do get a close basically in this weekly above where we are now, we'll have a green one, so that'll be a good start. And the 2 day will be pretty similar. Just got to close above here to start the to continue this green count. Actually, we've got to be higher than that, so we'll struggle to get the green count on the 2 day. 12 hour got a nice green count going on. We had that 12 hour 9, obviously forced price down, and now we are starting to drift back up again. 8 hour not really much to read TD wise there. And then the 4 hour, as you know, we had our 4 hour 9 down here, which obviously was instigated the rally, pretty much signaled the low of where we were, and that we were going to start drifting back up. So again, looking at this 4 hour, it is looking to me like we will start to make moves up to this 9,400, 9,500 level. Stock markets opened up strong. Opened up basically at the highs or higher, depending on which one you look at. So this is the futures anyway, the futures for the US markets. And here you can see it here. Look, we're up a little bit here. Obviously this is the futures also, because they the actual markets aren't open yet. So if we're going to get another day, another rally, another move in this Nasdaq, another obviously I do tell you guys about the acceleration into the 9. I think we could get, like, on this little move here, a nice not that I think we necessarily will or won't, but it would look very normal for us to get a big acceleration into a 9 candle, so a big push up, and that could be the impetus that we need to get Bitcoin to smash through some of these zones, get to the top of it, get to that top near that 10k region, maybe, and then yeah, we could see some upwards price action. So yeah, back to BTC, back to the 3-day, get these oscillators up. There was also one other thing that we wanted to look at on the 3-day, is this hidden bullish divergence we've got basically this low on the RSI, this lower low in the RSI, and this lower low on the RSI, and what that corresponds with is this low in price action, this higher low in price action, and this higher low again in price action. So that's showing that the RSI is having to push harder to get Bitcoin down not as far. So that's why it is hidden bullish divergence, because it means that the relative strength is pushing harder than it did before, and price action isn't going lower. And we've had 3 drives at this on a 3-day, and this is like quite a larger time frame to have hidden bullish divergence, and we've had 3 drives of it also. So that to me, if we confirm this 3-day as basically a low, which I mean, I think we're pretty much doing, this 3-day closes today, so if we close anywhere around here or higher, it will confirm these as a low, and we will really be looking for some big moves up. Also, we have this, what was a 3-day TD9 as well. Obviously was a 9 in this candle, but it then rallied up and closed higher. So we've got a 3-day TD9. We've got 3 drives of 3-day hidden bullish divergence. So this is very powerful. This is very compelling to me. This is a very compelling story it's telling. We've also got the oscillators, the stochastics that we've looked at, that are looking good. We've also got the 3-day stochastic itself, the 3-day here, turning upwards as well. So this 3-day chart may be the one that gets us gets us at least up to this level, at least, and probably breaking, just on the basis that we would then be properly breaking this formation, breaking these highs, this lower high basically pattern we've been going, and yeah, could really drive us up to the top of the range. And then once we're at the top of the range, we can potentially break through the top. So this is the most compelling bullish story we've got going in Bitcoin at the moment. We have got the stochastics that that I like to look at, and in the 3-day turning up, right? And they've got room to run. They've got a long way to run from this low zone, right? So we've got that. That's number 1. We've got 3 drives of 3-day hidden bullish divergence. 3 drives is normally the key. 2 drives sometimes can catch you out, but 3 drives is normally the one that basically is the level, that is the amount of drives that then gets us up. Obviously 1 drive doesn't equal a drive because there's no pattern. You have to have 2 then for it to then be hidden bullish diversion with 2 drives, but 3 drives is obviously the best one, I think. Obviously 4 is obviously better than 3, but obviously 3 is better than 2, but you don't often get 4, and also the 3-day TD9 here. So hugely compelling potential break to the upside. I think we could definitely see, no, if I say that word definitely, I think there is a high likelihood we could see some serious fireworks that get us up to 10k, and then that would be the 3 days done its job, and then it will be the job of the weekly turning back up then, getting rid of those heebie-jeebies we're all getting by looking at those weekly turning down. That will turn back up, and then I think it will be all systems go. So there we go, guys. Also everything's popping, gold, silver, stock markets. I mean, Bitcoin is a massive laggard in this. Everything's at recent like highs. Bitcoin is nowhere near really recent highs. So it's got some serious potential pumping to play catch up. That I think just as soon as it triggers and it confirms, we will get some absolute fireworks. So that's the upside. I'm pretty optimistic, as you can see. Obviously, downside is pretty clear levels to manage risk from, the 9,200 and 9,000 level. And then if those levels get broken, I mean, if 9,000 gets broke, I would realistically, if we get closing candles closing like say 4 hours above 9,200, I'd probably expect us to get to 9,000. And if you get to 9,000 again, I mean, depending on what stock markets are doing, I would expect us to get down to here. And this is the main catch point. We then got to basically turn bullish again off here, for basically yes, for the disaster to be averted. That's what I'm trying to say. So anyway, yeah, that's it, guys, for this morning. So yeah, we've got the altcoin update today, the altcoin update video for the altcoin picks with the percentage gains, etc. So I'm just going to update that spreadsheet after I've done this and then do that video. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Remember, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I'll speak to you guys soon.